Imagine the coast of Mogadishu, Somalia, where the land stretches out to greet the vast shimmering expanse of the Indian Ocean. Here, the city's heartbeat pulses in rhythm with the waves, and every breath of wind carries the scent of salt and possibility. This is a place where land meets the endless blue of the Indian Ocean, a meeting point of continents, cultures, and centuries. The horizon seems to promise both adventure and reflection, as if inviting you to step closer and listen to the stories whispered by the tides. The sun blazes overhead, painting everything in gold, while the warm wind carries salt and the distant laughter of children playing by the shore. Old buildings, their walls weathered by time and tide, line the coast, silent witnesses to centuries of change, resilience, and renewal. Among these relics stands a ruined lighthouse, its broken walls rising defiantly against the sky. Once a proud sentinel, it now stands as a monument to endurance, its silhouette etched against the endless blue. Once a beacon for sailors and fishermen, now a relic of another era, the lighthouse holds memories of countless journeys, of hope, longing, and return. Its light may be gone, but its presence still guides those who seek meaning in its shadow. This lighthouse is more than stone and mortar. It's a keeper of stories, a silent guardian of the coast. It invites us to pause, to listen, and to imagine the lives that have passed through its gaze, the fishermen, the travelers, the dreamers. Our journey here is not just across land, but through time itself. Each step along these ancient paths is a step into history, into the memories of a city that has weathered storms and celebrated sunrises. We'll explore the story of this place, stand by its ruins, and let the sea's voice guide us. The ocean's song is both a lullaby and a call to adventure, echoing through the stones and into our hearts. This is about more than a lighthouse. It's about a city, a country, and the quiet power of hope that endures even in the face of hardship. It's about the people who call this place home, and the dreams that rise with every new dawn. It's an invitation to find beauty in imperfection, and strength in survival. The cracks in the stone, the faded paint, the laughter echoing through empty halls. All are reminders that life persists, and beauty endures. Let's leave behind the noise of the modern world for a moment. Here, on this quiet shore, we can rediscover the simple joys of wind, water, and wonder. We'll walk together to Mogadishu's old harbor where the lighthouse waits, patient, enduring, and full of untold stories. The harbor itself is alive with history, a place where past and present meet. The lighthouse asks nothing but our attention, offering a space for reflection and connection. It stands as a reminder that even in silence there is meaning. Even broken, it's full of meaning and grace. Its windows frame the endless sea, inviting us to look beyond the present and dream of what's possible. So let's open our hearts to the story of Mogadishu's old lighthouse, a silent poet by the endless sea, waiting to share its wisdom with those willing to listen. Every old building has a story, a silent memory etched into its walls, waiting to be told. Some stories are whispered by the wind, others are shouted by the crashing waves. This is the story of a lighthouse that has watched over Mogadishu's shores for generations. The tale of this lighthouse began over a century ago when the world was a different place and the coastline bustled with new promise. Built during the era of Italian rule, it was carefully crafted, stone, by skilled hands. Its purpose was clear: to guide ships safely to Mogadishu's harbor, to welcome travelers and traders from distant lands, and to stand as a testament to human ingenuity and hope. Its light was more than just a beacon, it was a promise. For sailors braving the vast Indian Ocean, the glow meant land was near, and safety awaited beyond the waves. It was a symbol of reassurance in the darkness, a guide through storms and uncertainty. For decades the lighthouse stood proud, a steadfast symbol of Mogadishu's connection to the wider world. It watched over the city's changing skyline, witnessing moments of peace and prosperity, as well as hardship. Ships from distant continents saw its beam and knew they'd arrived at a place of commerce, culture, and community. The lighthouse was a silent greeter, welcoming all who approached Somalia's shores. For sailors and locals alike, the lighthouse was more than a navigational aid. It was a landmark, a gathering place, and a piece of home. Its presence was woven into the daily life of Mogadishu. But history, as always, brought storms. Conflict swept through Somalia, and the city suffered deeply. The streets that once bustled with life grew quiet, and the scars of unrest marked every corner. The lighthouse, too, was caught in the turmoil. Its light was extinguished, its walls battered and scarred by the violence that swept the land. What was once a beacon of hope became a silent witness to pain and loss. It stood alone, battered by storms both natural and man-made, a solitary figure on the coastline, yet through all the hardship it endured, refusing to fall. No longer a working beacon, the lighthouse became a monument to survival and resilience. People still visit, drawn by its history and the stories it holds within its crumbling stones. Its broken form tells a story of loss but also of endurance. Nature has begun to reclaim the ruins, yet the spirit of the lighthouse remains unbroken. Today, the lighthouse stands as a powerful reminder of what was lost, and what still endures. It is a symbol of Mogadishu's past, its struggles, and its unyielding hope for the future. To reach the lighthouse, you wander through Hamar Wain, Mogadishu's historic heart. The streets here are alive with stories, each corner echoing with the footsteps of generations past. As you walk, you can almost feel the pulse of the city beneath your feet, a rhythm shaped by centuries of trade, culture, and resilience. Narrow streets twist and turn, flanked by ancient archways and doors carved with intricate patterns. The architecture whispers of a time when Mogadishu was a bustling port, connecting Africa to the wider world. Every doorway and arch seems to guard a secret, inviting you to imagine the lives that have passed through. The air buzzes with daily life. Vendors call out their wares, children dart between stalls, and laughter mingles with the distant call of the sea. The scent of spices drifts from market stalls, blending with the aroma of fresh bread and roasting coffee. Here, the city's energy is palpable, vibrant and unbroken. As you walk, the scent of salt grows stronger, the sound of waves louder. The breeze carries a promise of the ocean, and you sense you are drawing closer to something timeless. The city's noise fades, replaced by the rhythmic hush of the surf. Buildings show their age, weathered by sun and spray. Their walls, once bright, are now faded and cracked, bearing the marks of countless storms and relentless sun. Yet there's a beauty in their endurance, a testament to the city's ability to withstand the passage of time. Fishermen mend nets by hand, their boats resting on the sand. Life here is tied to the ocean. The rhythm of the tides shapes daily routines, and the sea provides both challenge and sustenance. Generations have relied on these waters, forging a deep connection between people and place. Finally, the old harbor opens before you, a wide embrace of water and sky. Once a gateway for traders and travelers, it now stands as a reminder of Mogadishu's rich maritime history. The sight is both humbling and inspiring. The lighthouse stands on a small promontory, both lonely and strong. It rises above the waves, a silent guardian watching over the coast. Its presence is commanding, yet there's a sense of solitude in its stance against the endless sea. Its octagonal tower, pale stone glowing in the sun, is elegant, even in ruin. The structure catches the light, casting long shadows across the ground. Despite its age, it retains a quiet dignity, a symbol of hope and guidance for those at sea. Empty windows stare out to sea, cracks and holes mark its history. Each scar tells a story of storms weathered and years endured, a silent record of all that has passed. There's no glass, no lamp, just the shell of what was. The interior is bare, echoing with memories of light that once shone far out to sea, guiding sailors home. Yet this emptiness frames the sky and sea beyond. Through the vacant windows, the horizon stretches endlessly, a canvas of blue and gold. The ruins become a lens, focusing your gaze on the beauty that surrounds them. Standing here, you feel peace, a quiet place for contemplation. The world slows, and for a moment, you are connected to the past, the present, and the vastness of the ocean beyond. In the lighthouse's presence, stillness settles over you, city noise fades, replaced by wind and waves. The tower, battered but strong, reaches for the sky. Its stones are rough, sun-warmed and worn smooth by time. Small plants grow in cracks, life persisting in ruin. Looking up, you see blue sky through the missing roof as if inside a giant telescope. The peace here is hard-won, a dignity that follows storms. You sense memories in the stones, the keepers climb, the lamps glow, echoes of the past. This place invites you to slow down, to simply be. Sit on a rock, watch the waves, the clouds, the changing light. The lighthouse becomes a focal point for reflection on time, imperfection, and endurance. At the lighthouse, you're enveloped by the ocean's symphony. Waves are the main instrument, sometimes a gentle whisper, sometimes a thunderous crash. This rhythm is ancient, connecting you to something eternal. Seagulls cry overhead, wind whistles through empty windows, the building seems to breathe. Nature's sounds wash away modern worries. There's a special silence here, full, not empty. In the pause between waves, you hear your own thoughts. The lighthouse and sea create space for inner listening. This rare quiet is part of the magic. The blend of sound and silence is powerful, gentle, wild, and peaceful. The symphony reminds you of nature's force, destructive, yet beautiful. The lighthouse stands as a silent listener and you become part of this timeless concert. The lighthouse's beauty is visual as well as historic. The stone tower shifts color with the sun, golden at dawn, white at noon, orange at dusk. The Indian Ocean offers endless blues, from turquoise near shore to deep sapphire beyond. White foam patterns the water, the horizon blurs sky and sea. The solid lighthouse contrasts with the vast ocean, warm stone against cool blue. Nature and history create a perfect composition. Every angle is a new picture, it's impossible to take a bad photo here. At sunset, the sky explodes with color, pink, purple, orange, red, reflected on the water. The lighthouse becomes a silhouette against this breathtaking display. Each day ends with a promise of new light, a final, beautiful flourish. The old lighthouse is more than a building, it's a symbol. It stands for endurance, having survived peace and war, prosperity and hardship. Its presence testifies to the resilience of the Somali spirit. We are still here. Once its light connected Mogadishu to the world. Now, it connects generations. It's a link to the past, a piece of shared heritage. The ruin teaches us to see beauty in imperfection. Cracks and holes are part of its story. Like wrinkles on a face, they map a life lived. The lighthouse is also a symbol of hope. As Mogadishu rebuilds, it's seen in a new light, a promise of peace and renewal. Young people take photos, families enjoy the breeze, it's becoming a place of joy again. The lighthouse stands as a reminder. After the darkest storms, the sun will rise and hope returns. By the lighthouse, hope is tangible. Young Somalis gather not to mourn but to celebrate. They create new memories where old ones linger. The lighthouse bridges generations, nostalgia for elders, inspiration for youth. It's a symbol of strength and a future where history is cherished. Hope here is quiet, found in fishermen casting nets, children's laughter, and shared moments by the sea. The lighthouse's endurance offers a message: nothing is permanent, but survival is victory. From ruins, new beauty grows, a lesson Mogadishu embraces as it redefines itself. Our journey to Mogadishu's old lighthouse ends, but its lesson remains. This quiet ruin is a treasure, holding the story of a city and its people. It's a symbol of hope, resilience, and our shared heritage. Historic sites like this are threatened everywhere, by conflict, neglect, or development. When they're lost, we lose a piece of ourselves. We must protect them, for ourselves and future generations. Let's promise to value and preserve these places, to listen to their silent stories. The lighthouse asks only that we remember and protect its future. Whether near or far, these sites belong to all of us. Let's support their preservation and share their stories. The old lighthouse has watched the tides for over a century. Let's ensure it stands for centuries more. A timeless beacon of endurance and grace by the endless ocean.